Dr. Marcia Bailey.
I'm Kindra Monet, and welcome to the couch.
Welcome to the couch.
It's been far too long.
A long time.
It's been way too long since we've been on the couch.
Why?
Well, okay, for our YouTube viewers, we have been doing Women's Bible Study live from the Right Direction Church International Facebook page, which is my home church, the church that Dr. Marcia and my dad, Bishop Bailey, are the founding pastors of. So we've been going live for Women's Bible Study every Friday, and it's been great. If you would love to, I would love to see some more faces, some new faces from outside of Right Direction join us on that Facebook Live.
That'd be great.
But it's been really awesome. We've been having women's Bible studies, and there's so much in them. We try to keep it to an hour, but we always have our own personal thoughts about it. So we thought, how cool would it be to jump back on the couch and have a little bit of a debrief?
Yeah, and talk about some stuff.
And talk about how we're feeling.
Yeah, and what triggered that rabbit trail.
Yeah, what thoughts the Women's Bible Study left us with. So this week we talked about, we're in a series called Cool, Calm, and Collected. So this week we talked about being collected. And it was so good. What were your takeaways?
Oh my gosh. You know what? My takeaways actually is really also helped me in how I kind of even ended up. I'm going to talk about how I even came up to this place.
Yeah. How'd that come to your mind?
Because of all that we've been like in the thrusted into this COVID-19, this pandemic. And then also, we actually had two pandemics at the same time.
A racial pandemic and a medical pandemic.
Yeah, it really is kind of crazy. And so, I realized that it was just pulling so much out of me, which is another reason why, by the time we finished Women's Bible Study, it was like, whew, okay. It's like I realized my cup was only full to this much. And once I emptied that out, I had nothing left to give. So I realized, okay, what's going on? I had to what's going on? And I realized the whole calm element, my emotions were like ruling me. And when you don't understand and really take the time out to kind of think about what you're feeling and what you're going through, it can kind of have you so exhausted. And I was mentally and emotionally exhausted. So, and then as a result of that, I couldn't be collected. I couldn't pursue. So that's how I kind of ended up to this place, because the Lord was talking to me. And I really try my best when I'm doing Women's Bible Study, not just pulling something out the air.
Right.
It's something that, that the Lord is really dealing with me about, and I feel that it would really be helpful to other people, that that I'm not alone in my dealings.
Right.
That it's happening. Many of us are dealing with similar things, different place, but similar things. And so I realized for this whole subject today, the themes about staying collected, pursuit of a purpose, and keeping cadence. And that, I started realizing areas I lost cadence in. I was like, I wasn't keeping my rhythm here. I got a little bit too emotionally involved in everything. As a result of that, it can cause you to not focus on
You see my face when you just be reading me?
Yeah.
It's because you can be emotionally involved in everything, but we really have to protect our hearts and protect our emotions. And that doesn't mean that we don't stay informed during this time. I know that one way that one thing I've been doing to try and stop myself from being so emotionally invested in every single issue that's going on right now is that I realized I had stopped starting my day with the word, and I was starting my day with social media. And I love Twitter, okay?
Yeah,
I be tweeting, okay? But it's so much, I'm waking up to rage and traumatic images and just so much. And I want to stay informed, and I do care about all of these topics, but I literally cannot pour my heart into every single issue that is happening. I can give it my attention, and I can try and have a plan of action, but when I give my heart to everything, then I just feel like I have nothing. I just feel so depleted, and that's why I was sleeping all the time. But God really spoke to me and told me that I don't need more sleep, I need more rest. And
that's so good.
Difference.
There's a difference, because this season was causing so much. It was so much unrest.
Yeah.
And that's the energy, that's the emotion we were pulling, that unrest.
Yeah.
And so as a result of that, we weren't resting because
Mm-hmm.
I've been tired. It's like, okay, I need to give myself some time to sleep, you know. And so I was like, I can't be on this call. I'm involved in so many calls, early morning calls.
Yeah.
And I like for about a week or two, I was like, I put like,
Has anyone else been more busy?
yes.
Like, at first we were, oh, there's nothing to do. And now we're
like,
busy. There's a Zoom call every hour, on the hour, every day.
Right.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. And so with all of that, I'm trying to choose the most important thing.
Yeah.
Okay, God, what do I need to connect with?
Yeah.
Otherwise, if I'm involved in everything, you're exhausted,
Yeah.
And so I realized, okay, I got to pursue purpose. And God, what are you calling me to do? And there's some things that I realized that, I should be working on. Like I'm working on a devotional right now, not a long one. It's not long.
Ooh, there's a devotional coming. Now you have to do it. Now you have to put it out.
It's not a long one, but it's been the most challenging thing for me to complete. Because,
why is that?
Well, because I've been busy, and I'm not one to do something that's not authentic.
Okay.
So I'm not going to do it, and I'm not in a devotional space. Meaning, if I'm not in a place
if you're not feeling like you're in that place, you're not going to force it.
I'm not going to not force it. I'm not going to fabricate it.
Okay.
So because I'm writing about devotion, I'm writing about, how to do X, Y, Z. And if I'm not if I'm not full of devotion,
right,
I can't write about devotion.
That's real. And that's good. That's a good place to come from.
Yeah. And so that's where, maybe I'm too much of a, let's say, a ethical person in certain things. Because people say, just get it out, just do it. I could do it. But I wanted to I want you to feel me through the ink.
Yeah.
And sense the space.
Yeah.
Verse being just good words.
Yeah. So that's good.
That's just where I am, So, but I'm really like, okay, I got all these streams of things flowing out of me and I gotta cut
But you
them
also, I've learned that I have to say that's a self-imposed deadline.
Yeah.
But I cannot make a deadline that somebody else gives me more important than the deadlines that I have with myself. Like time with myself or time to do things that are on my heart is just as important as joining somebody else's call for something that they have going on or something else I'm committed to. So it's okay to time block that and schedule in yourself.
Yeah.
Just like you schedule in somebody else's. I really had to learn that because this time has shown me, when we talk about being collected, how scattered I've been living my life. Because I was like, I'm involved in so many things that now that everything has gone digital, it's been blatant right in front of me. Like I'm spread too thin. I got to reevaluate my circle of intimacy and my priorities. And I can love these other people and love these other groups. And I'll support that organization, but I can't be fully present in all of them.
Right. So
burning out all the way.
And you're burnout. So to stay collected, we could say, number one, that you have to, put yourself as a priority.
Yeah.
You have to put yourself as a priority to stay collected, and two, to stay collected, you have to kind of focus on, what's really important. What's the important thing? There's a lot of busy things.
Right.
But what's the important thing?
Yeah.
What's the, like you said, the pressing thing, that you realize there's a time element to it, and that it's valuable, and it's like, it's something you have committed to doing.
Right.
So all those things can help you establish your priorities, but you got to put yourself first. You got to put yourself first to meet a priority. Because if you don't put yourself first, you can't meet a priority. Sometimes you put the priority first, and put yourself second or third.
Yeah.
And then you flatline it.
That's so real.
So.
And another thing that we talked about on today's Women's Bible Study that stuck with me is like keeping the cadence. And I think that really stuck with a lot of people that were watching live with us too, is that like I cannot lose stride. And I know like I personally have been all over the place this quarantine. Like I think we all kind of were, because literally unprecedented time. So at first it felt like some grand vacation and you're just kind of sleeping and like being lazy and like doing whatever. And then you realize like, okay, this is a gift. It's a gift of time. So what do I need to do? So I'm cooking and I'm cleaning and I'm home decorating and I'm doing video workouts. And then it's like you're doing all of that and then you fill up too much. So that it's just, I know I've been just all over the place, but what I'm trying to do is just establish a cadence towards my purpose that I can go in regular strides.
There you go. So that's number 3 in staying collected is establish a cadence.
Yeah.
So that you can have a regular stride. And why I say that, because it struck me, because I realized there's a cadence that helps me to keep cadence. There's a rhythm to me being me.
Yeah.
And one of the things I committed in doing is like lately, and I used to do it because I enjoyed doing it, but now it's taken on a different meaning, which is walking. I walk in the morning to clear my head.
Yeah.
To clear my head, and and then I'm gonna walk in the evening, because I started that yesterday, because I had all this like
walk in the evening to exercise.
No, really to process my day.
Okay.
Because I realized that some days I need processing, and I was feeling like really like out of sorts on yesterday, and I was feeling out of sorts. I was like, oh, I'm just done with all of this. That I was walking around sighing, and that was like, what's wrong? I was like,
come in the kitchen.
Yeah, I was just sighing. I didn't realize I was, but I was. And he said, what's wrong? I'm like, huh? Oh, what? I'm just over this. I'm so tired of this. I'm tired of not, and we talked about that in Women's Bible Study. I'm tired of not being able to connect to people, and that I care about.
Yeah.
Of course I have the ones that, that my family, but there's also other layers of people in my life that can really connect with, that I usually connected with them. And so now I realize, I'm not taking, when this thing is lifted, I'm not taking people for granted that are in my life.
Definitely.
I'm definitely going to connect with them and make sure that I'm able to, express my care and concern and love towards them. And so I was like, so it's been kind of challenging, and I was feeling all of that yesterday. So I was like, and I was like, so I realized walking is key for me to keep cadence. And so you got to realize what's key for you to keep cadence.
What do you need to do in order to keep cadence? I know for me, I guess I would say what I need to do to keep cadence in this season and moving forward is to really start off with the word, to start off in a grounding way. If I want to like exercise, I need to do that first thing in the morning to set the tone. So I just need to like intentionally set the tone. Like you just have to do it on purpose. I can't accidentally keep cadence. Like I have to give myself everything that I need and just be a bit more intentional.
Right. And so you have to listen to yourself a little bit. Listen to the rhythm of your heart. Listen to the rhythm of your soul, your mind, your will, and your emotions. Those are keys that can help you, to find your way of keeping cadence. And one of the things I realized, because I mean, initially during this pandemic, the first thing I was turning on the news, CNN, or the daily news, and I was getting
they were running to the news like it was the grand show of the day. What time? The news is on. Change the channel. I'm like, you guys.
Yeah, we were, right? Because we need to,
we do need to stay informed.
We need to stay.
There's a balance.
There's a balance, but also when you care for people, you lead people, you have to be informed.
That's true.
So we felt the weight of being informed, so
that you can let the church know what's going on.
Yes, simulate information, and so I realized now that was like messing up my cadence first thing in the morning. I need to meditate. I need to spend time with God. I need to open myself up to hear his voice. I used to say pray, because I do that afterwards. But there's a moment.
There's prayer and meditation.
Right. There's prayer and meditation. And my meditation was a quiet time of hearing God's voice. And sometimes you can pray without hearing God's voice.
Right. It's only one way. You're not giving him a chance to speak back and listen.
So, I realized what helped me to keep cadence. And I discovered that through this gem, gift during this cadence. During this pandemic. This pandemic is ugly, it's messy. But if you dig in there, there's just jewels.
There are gifts in it.
Yeah, and one of the
time.
Gifts, and I realized, starting my prayer time, my worship time differently for me was stillness with God, which was like, good morning, God. What do you have to say to me? What do you, how are you? What's on your heart? And so I began opening my time and then getting still, meditation, so I can hear. And then once I was hearing, then I began praying from, about some of the things I was hearing. And then I would also end with praying for strength for me to, execute and carry some of the things he spoke to me about.
That's good.
And so that really helped me. Then I would get up and walk. And, but before I let Solomon dictate my day, he'd come,
Solomon's our dog.
Yeah. And, it seemed like he kind of picked that up because he used to get up in the morning, come in the room, push the door open, come to my side of the bed and nuzzle me with his nose, like, get up,
Aww.
take me for a walk. And then I would walk him, and then he was like, I'm not done with my walk. And he's older, so he'd take much longer to walk. So I spent like 35 minutes trying to walk him. By then I'm like, I'm done, I don't have time for me. And so I had to change how I do all of that. And that's been the best thing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prioritizing yourself. I think that's the biggest takeaway from all of this is that we really have to prioritize ourselves in our schedule just as much as we would do anything else. And my gift and my prayer is that I take this gift with me beyond this time of quarantine and social distancing, that I will continue to schedule myself first, continue to keep my cadence, continue to be collected in my pursuit of purpose.
That's so good.
And yeah, that's my big takeaway from this women's Bible study.
Yeah. So, thank you
for joining us, guys. This was the Women's Bible Study sort of wind down. And if you don't already follow Right Direction on Facebook, you can join us on Fridays at noon for SWATA's Women's Bible Study. Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. See you next time.
Bye-bye.